5, 4, 3. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. From time to time I'll be reading bits and pieces that I've written for the website I use. That website is H2G2. Get your pencil and paper, I'll repeat that in a minute. If any of you have read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, you will recognise the reference. If you haven't read it, borrow a copy. It's a trilogy in 5 parts. Yes, you heard. Now, the author, Douglas Adams, in his youth, hitchhiked all over Europe. He made notes about places he saw, passed through, or spent time in. One morning he woke up in a field with a rather unfriendly hangover and this idea. A little later, some of his friends gathered around and started a website. It's a guide. It is not, repeat, not an encyclopedia, though it is learned in places if you look. It started out as somewhere its members would write about their villages, towns, counties, countries, and anything else they were interested in. Museums, art galleries, pubs worth visiting, the best coffee houses, cafes, and so on. A few years on, it became apparent that the original idea of constantly updating it wasn't going to work. There was just too much of it. So the character of the place, the website, gradually evolved. Nowadays you can find articles dating back as far as 1999. There are conversations too, and not necessarily about those articles. Well, not many of them are actually. The heart and mind of the place is the guide, the edited or approved guide, where members, called researchers, write articles or entries on what interests them. Places, books, anything under the sun and beyond. If and when you write an entry for the guide, if you're not too sure about your writing skills, you can submit it to a writing workshop, where skilled people and others will provide help and guidance with knocking it into shape. Once you're confident, you can publish it directly, or, if you wish, submit it to peer review, where people like you will discuss it, make suggestions, and help you to correct any mistakes. After a suitable gestation period, it may be accepted for the guide, and, if so, sent to a sub-editor, then an editor, and then mentioned on the front page and put into the guide. There are currently something over 10,000 of these approved entries in the guide, and goodness knows how many that aren't formally approved, over 250,000 I think, so you're not likely to run out of reading for a while. One further point. If you do have an entry approved, well, there's no compulsion, then you will hold the copyright. Note though that the website owners, that's not Panicking Limited, also hold copyright to your work. Well, they did enable you, didn't they? We also have quite a few forums, or should that be fora? Nah, forums. Among them are Miscellaneous Chat, devoted to just that, and Ask H2G2, where you can ask a question about anything you like and have a good chance that someone will know a bit more about it than you. There's also a SX forum, that's sex, short for Science Explained, where you can ask about things you're unsure about, from astronomy to zoology. There are some clever people there, and if none in that field of science, chances are you'll be told, sorry, don't know, but from what I've read, or some such. Originally it was just this idea, see? The Hitchhiker's Guide to Life, the Universe and Everything. Now it's just this actuality, see? The Hitchhiker's Guide to Life, the Universe and Everything. Okay, have you got your pencil and paper? Come on, hurry up. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. HHGG, 2 H's, 2 G's. H2G2. That's little h, number 2. Little g, number 2.com. Put it into your browser's address bar or do a search. It's a place whose raison d'etre is quite simply literacy. Yes, that's the thing, literacy. Mind you, there are times when you can be forgiven for thinking otherwise, but then it's peopled by people, after all. It's not a fan club. I'll say that again. It is not a fan club. Naturally, from time to time there are comments, quotations, obscure references, but just ignore them and carry on. There aren't too many. Visit. Explore. You can read as much as you like, go where you like, when you like. Wonder at the erudition, at the repartee, at the silliness. Read as much as you like. Yeah, read what you like, but if you actually want to say anything, you have to join. But that's mostly painless. And it doesn't cost anything, except maybe your sanity. Little h, number 2. Little g, number 2.